You ever sit down to do one thing and somehow end up doing 5 things badly instead? Like, you open your laptop to study for an hour, then a message pops up. You reply real quick. Then you check YouTube for just 2 minutes, then music, then email, then back to studying. And weirdly, after all that, your brain feels exhausted, even though you barely got anything done. Honestly, most people think this is normal now. We call it multitasking, like it's some useful skill, like being busy equals being productive. But I think most people miss what's actually happening. Your brain isn't really multitasking. It's switching constantly, and every switch costs energy. Think about this for a second. Imagine trying to read a book while someone changes the page every 10 seconds. You could technically keep reading, but your focus would never fully settle in. That's basically what constant task switching does to your mind. And the scary part is, after a while, you stop noticing it. You just feel distracted all the time.
A lot of students deal with this without realizing it. You're watching a lecture while texting someone. You're writing notes while checking notifications. You're studying with 10 tabs open and a video running in the background. I used to do this constantly. And for a long time, I thought I was good at handling it. But when I actually tried focusing on one thing at a time, the difference was kind of shocking. Not dramatic, just quieter. My brain felt less crowded. There's actually a reason for that. Every time your attention jumps from one thing to another, your brain has to reorient itself. Even if it only takes a few seconds, those little resets add up fast. It's like reopening the same app over and over again. Tiny delay, tiny delay, tiny delay. By the end of the day, your mental energy is gone. And the weird thing is, multitasking gives the illusion of momentum. You feel active. You feel occupied. But deep down, there's this constant sense that nothing is fully finished. That feeling drains people more than they realize. Now, here's the key part. Focus is not about forcing yourself to work harder. It's about reducing friction. That surprised me when I first understood it. Most people try to improve focus by adding more systems, more apps, more routines. But sometimes the real solution is just doing fewer things at once. That's it. Simple doesn't always feel impressive, but it works. Single tasking sounds almost too basic until you try it seriously. One assignment, one tab, one conversation, one video, one thing at a time. And honestly, at first, it feels uncomfortable. Your brain keeps reaching for stimulation. You want to check something, refresh something, open another tab for no reason, because your attention has been trained to expect interruption. I noticed this especially while studying. I'd sit down to read for 20 minutes and feel this weird urge to grab my phone every few minutes, not because I needed anything, just habit. Maybe you felt that too. And I don't think it means you're lazy or undisciplined. I think your brain is just overstimulated. There's a difference. Let that sink in. The goal isn't to become some perfectly focused robot. The goal is to create enough space for your mind to actually stay with something long enough to understand it. That's where better thinking happens. That's where calmer work happens too. One thing that helped me a lot was making tasks smaller and more intentional. Instead of saying, I'm going to study all night, I'd tell myself, I'm going to focus on this one chapter for 25 minutes. That felt manageable. And weirdly, once my brain stopped preparing for interruptions, focusing became easier. Not perfect, just easier. Another thing that helps is removing invisible distractions before they happen, not during, before. Because once your focus breaks, it's hard to fully get it back. So now, if I'm working on something important, I put my phone somewhere out of reach. I close tabs I don't need. Sometimes I even leave my room for a bit, just to reset mentally. Small changes, but they matter. And honestly, I think a lot of people are more mentally tired than physically tired these days. Not because they're doing too much, but because their attention never gets a chance to rest in one place. Constant switching keeps your brain in this shallow state all day. You're always reacting, rarely settling, rarely thinking deeply. So maybe the answer isn't becoming faster, maybe it's becoming more present. One task, one moment, one conversation at a time. That kind of focus feels slower in the beginning, but over time it actually gives you more clarity, more calm, and probably better work too. And honestly, life feels a little lighter when your brain isn't being pulled in 6 directions at once. So
If you take anything from this video, let it be this: your attention is limited, and where you place it matters more than most people realize. Try giving one thing your full focus today, even for just 20 minutes. You might be surprised by how different your mind feels afterward. And if this video helped you slow down and think a little differently about focus, make sure to share it with someone who's always overwhelmed, and subscribe to Small Shift for more calm, practical ideas that actually make everyday life easier.